Hi traders, good morning to you all. Happy new month of February in advance. I pray February treats you so well. I pray a peaceful month to you, and that's it. So if this is the first time you're coming across my video, my name is Kelly and I'm a Cameroonian female forex trader and mentor. Do well to leave me a follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Exactly. Like this video and join my trading community on Telegram by clicking the link that will be in the description of this video. So today I'll be doing a general analysis or weekly focus on the US dollar index, of course, super important, EURUSD, GBPUSD, USD CHF, USD JPY, and XAUUSD. Yes. So if I have extra time, I'm going to do BTCUSD. So far, if you've been with me for the past week, we've had 5 wins in a row. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you want to check, just integrate my Telegram handle and then you go across all the analysis, you're going to get it. And for a more better understanding of this analysis, it will be super great if you can watch the previous weekly focus I did. It's like 6 days ago or 7 days ago, 1 week right now. So just watch the last video I posted last week Saturday, and then you're going to get a very great understanding on what the market is doing. And then if you watch this one right now, trust me, you will be on another level. Okay, so right now let's go ahead and then do a very quick market breakdown on these guys. So let's go. Now we're starting on the US dollar index here on the monthly time frame because of course the monthly candle just closed. So for a quick recap, I analyzed last week and I said the US dollar index was at a very critical point with our yearly low or our previous yearly low, the low of last year 2025, being this. Now, I said this was the major extended range liquidity price could take, and the moment price gets this liquidity, two things could happen: more sales or contractions, and I'll be patient enough to wait. Now, Monday, Tuesday, I sold dollar index till it took out that level, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I've been buying dollar index, and the market just closed really great. So let's explore options right here. This is monthly time frame. Like I said, we have a perfect run of liquidity below this yearly low, and then we have a very great deal of a contraction candle. I believe you can see this. Yeah, great contraction. And my whole issue, I wanted price to also close a contraction from below, because this guy here, there's no candle that has closed below it as a body. Even when this one rated this guy, that was last year September, price also closed contraction, right? So at least we needed to see price close contraction above to even understand that that level is acting as some sort of support, and then it's putting in buyers. So right here we don't have the best of monthly closes because we still have price sitting as some sort of break below this, but then overall we will see, or we could see, more buys coming in the month of February. Exactly. February and March, almost the first quarter of this year, I'm expecting to see the US dollar index push up. Now, if you look at all of this, you realize that from late May last year till right now, we've not done really anything much. Price has been consolidating or accumulating, as you say. And if you're a smart money trader, if you're an ICT trader, you should know the drill by now. This is literally an accumulation, and then we ought to have had a manipulation to do what? To take out every early buyer. All those investors that bought dollar and think, oh, price is just going to go up right now. Trust me, they've been liquidated back to back. By who? By Trump, you guys. Trump is the biggest market manipulator of his time. He caused a lot of people to panic, sell off dollar index. He's raided every person who tried to buy. Right now they're out of the market, and I am anticipating more buys. Yes, dollar has been selling since last year, massive sales. So there's time. We need to rebalance, right? Nothing keeps going down like that. And if you know market profiling, especially from the high time frame, you will know that after price sells off, you're going to get a what? You're going to get an accumulation where others will be engineered. Both buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity will be engineered. And it does that in the form of an accumulation. And right now, sell side liquidity has been taken out. So if sell side liquidity has been taken out, I'm expecting price to go back for internal range liquidity, and one of which is this. So my whole game this month of February is buying the US dollar index till it takes this guy here. So dollar is set to rise back to 101 or 102 to mitigate this monthly fair value gap. And after I get there, we're going to watch and see whether we could keep pushing to the upside. But then no need to give to throw a very, very long focus when I'll still be here every week, every day to do this. So let's work with this one. So price is obviously coming back to this guy, everything being equal. So if February is super, super bullish, we're going to close bullish, and then March, I believe, will come and finish the job. Or if the demand for dollar really, really rises so badly, we could see price move from here to here in 1 month. It's super possible. Exactly, because after this accumulation, the distribution phase is always fast. Okay, same way the market took just 7 months and then it went to the downside. This guy could just take 1 month and then we mitigate this fair value gap. So prepare. Okay, and that's why I'm launching my $0 free signal group. Of course, it's a $0. You don't get to pay anything. Okay, and then you join my first ever signal group where I would drop these intraday markups for you, and then when price activates some of these orders, if some of them give confirmations, I will send it. Trade Euro USD with over 90% accuracy with me. Yes, I'm the queen of dollar pairs. If you've been following me, then you know it. No need to talk too much. Let's move straight to the weekly time frame. All right, so this is weekly time frame. Really, really great, like I said. So we have a very great run of liquidity below this guy, and then price closed massive what contraction and even turned a blue, like blue candle, meaning here is a bullish contraction. Had it been, it was like a black candle, I mean the contraction would really have made sense, but right here it made sense 100%. And then I told you same about this demand or support currently. So price closed inside back that support zone, so it tells you that this support is still great, and all price wanted to do was run liquidity below that guy. So we're set to go up. Okay, we're set to go up, and when we start pushing up, just prepare that okay, if price ever closes above this guy, weekly time frame we will switch bullish, and we are going to clear out every single liquidity till we take out this monthly fair value gap like I'm at. Super easy. So at this point, I don't want to hear you say I want to sell dollar index. Dollar is bullish. Okay, from this contraction we're going to get an engulfing. All right, let's move to daily time frame. Let's see whether we get a high time frame confirmation to keep buying. So I had done a markup like this, I believe maybe during one of my morning sessions, and I said the US dollar was really bullish, but then it has business to carry out from below. So this has been a support which has been controlling price for over a while. And then in here, if you know how to mark structure, you will know that that was a change of character to the upside. And in here, we had massive liquidity, which price had to take right back to this level. Okay, so right now, I told you that this guy here, two things could happen after this daily support zone has been taken out. It's either most of your traditional traders that trade support and resistances, they will definitely say, oh, this is a break and retest. I want to keep selling the dollar. Hashtag. That is not happening anytime soon because our daily time frame is now aligned bullish, telling you that all this sell here from last week Tuesday was basically a run on liquidity. And this is just what I was waiting for all week. So yesterday, Friday, made me super happy with what is currently happening in the market. So right now we have a break and close above that daily time frame candle. So Tuesday's candle was the main institutional candle in all of this movement. So permit me if I take so much time analyzing the US dollar index, okay? Because when you know where US dollar is going, you are hitting it back to back with the other guys. So this is it right here. this is Tuesday's low, protected for the rest of the week, and I'm sure it's going to be protected for the rest of maybe the first quarter of this year, hopefully. Now, this is the daily time frame alignment. So we have a daily time frame alignment as of now, and with this daily time frame alignment, we are set to buy the US dollar index perfectly. Now, when price starts going up, don't come for me and start marking this area as a supply. That is a supply, but then it's a counter trend supply because price is already bullish. Okay, so daily time frame alignment check. Let's move to 4H. Now on the 4H, since Wednesday, I believe what we needed as confirmation to keep buying the US dollar was a break and close above this 4H candle, the last bearish candle that went to the downside. The moment we had that break and close, that guy has been acting as a single candle order block or demand zone, and it has put in demand from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This was it, perfect mitigation. We analyzed this, we took this, and there you go. So I'm basically going to end here. Okay, I'm going to end on the 4H time frame at this point. Now, before coming back on Monday or before the market opens on Sunday evening, a lot could happen during this weekend, and you could just see price continuing like a very strong push. Now, since we already have a daily time frame alignment, this 4H guy here will not do anything. What price could even do is a break and retest, and then it continues to push the upside like nothing ever happened. Okay, and then maybe on the daily time frame, after a while, we could come back for a slight retest of this newly created demand zone, or price could not even mitigate the demand zone just yet. So I don't know what you're going to do, but then we're going to find out how to catch intra-week positions, right? Yeah, maybe on Monday, Tuesday, there will always be entries for whoever hasn't entered pairs like euro sell, GU sell, USD CHF buy, and UJ buy, all of that. So I'm going to put you in, do not bother. So this is just what we're having right here. Price could just break and close, or we could come back to the area where demand entered. So no need to stress, just relax, and then just know that right now the US dollar is bullish, and whatever will happen will literally favor the dollar. I believe we're going to have NFP maybe on Friday. Yes, so all of that I believe is going to push the dollar up, everything being equal. But before then, we're going to do a more proper analysis. So since we know where the US dollar is literally going, no need to stress, we go straight to this guy. Now I want to take you to 3 months time frame Euro USD. Now I love Euro USD so much. This is the best pair of all times. I don't know what you guys think. Okay, if you're a gold trader, no hating, but I mean, gold trading has sent many people to the village compared to trading Euro USD. Flexible entries, if you know time and price, you know your sessions, you know your order flow, you're good to go with Euro USD. So this is Euro 3 months time frame, and I so much love what this first quarter of the year is currently giving. So when the first quarter opens and it attacks buy side liquidity above the other guys, that's to tell you that maybe the remaining 2 months of this first quarter of this year will literally be bearish on euro. And if we have to go back for internal range liquidity, price is going to fall to 14,000. So we are currently 18,000, and then price has to go to 14,000. That's like 400 pips projection for it to mitigate this 3 months fair value gap. And I just want to end here. I don't want to keep going. Let's move to this guy, monthly time frame. Now on this monthly time frame, like I said, price came back for yearly high, grade 1. Okay, so we have a run on liquidity above that point, and then this is the equivalent of the fair value gap I marked on dollar index. So this is it here. This is a monthly BC at around 1.1. Yeah, so I'm expecting euro to touch this guy first and then this one next, everything being equal. So let's move as fast as possible. Okay, I know some of you don't like very long videos, so I have to be super fast. Now, the only issue with euro here is this guy from here that I marked that acted as support for dollar index. Here it acts as a supply on euro USD, but then price closed as a break. Okay, price closed as a break, but then that's nothing much to worry about, right? There's nothing much to worry about. Relax. So if previous monthly candle closed like this, and then the weekly time frame looks like this, I mean, After this contraction, what are you wanting to get? We're going to get an engulfing. So next week will be massive. If you are not trading all these US dollar pairs with me, then think twice and come, let's trade it together. All right, so if this is our first TP here, you will understand that this guy is just basically sells high liquidity below this accumulation. This was the high of the range. This was the low. Prices taking out the range high. Prices coming for the range low. Simple CRT concept. Okay, simple, simple, simple. So price is basically going to come back for this 1.1. And one thing I'm expecting to get this week is a very, very much bearish Euro USD till we take this guy. If price closes below this, trust me, just price having a bearish engulfing below this guy has turned this weekly time frame bearish, and price will not just take this, it will take this, and it can even keep going lower. So prepare yourself. If you don't trade this year and make money, then there's something will literally be the problem. So let's go straight to daily time frame. Now if weekly gives us the contraction move, and then the daily time frame gives us the confirmation move, then what do you expect? What do you expect? So what do we have here? We have a daily time frame alignment. Same thing I told you that was like Wednesday and Thursday. You see how price came in here. That was Wednesday, contracted. Yesterday, Thursday, contracted. And then Friday now took out all of those people who wanted to buy back here, thinking that this zone, or this is a resistance zone, price is taking it out, it's a breakout, let me buy. No, sorry. So it means you don't have the idea on liquidity. You don't know liquidity concept, because he who knows liquidity concept knew that you can never buy back on the spot, because this guy was literally a fake breakout, or it was just a run on liquidity with a body. Yes. So that's what you call total body soup, right? I don't like to complicate my trading. That's why I literally don't call most of these names. So here on the daily time frame, prices align bearish, and then we have Tuesday's high as our current high of the year. Okay, and I believe this year this high should be protected. So first thing you could get as a perfect retest is price coming back into that zone, retest it, and then we go to the downside. But if it does not happen, I'm so sorry. Price could just open on Monday and then we just go lower, 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 lower. Now, never in your life mark this guy, because the moment you mark this guy, you will want to trade a counter trend move. And if you know me, you know I don't counter trend. If you try to buy here, you are going against the already established institutional order flow. And when you try it, you are going to beat RIP to your account. So all of this is the daily, newly created daily supply. Okay, we started selling on Wednesday, I believe, because this candle here aligned bearish, single candle order block or supply. It aligned bearish. We started selling, was in sudden drawdown for a while, but then I have positions from this guy and I'm already running like 130 pips on Euro USD. And do you think I'm going to close? No, I'm going to swing this trade and then show you that when you want to trade these other guys, you don't need to trade them and cut 20 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips intraday. You need to hold it. Okay, so I'm good to go. Now, if price ever comes back to this supply, I'm going to refine it prior when we start trading coming next week, and then we're going to have those intraday setups. So as of now, euro is bearish and we're pushing to the downside till we take out 1.13 thousand. Yes, so that's where we're going, and that's it. Now let's go to GU. I've been doing a markup on GU for a while, and if you've been following me, there is no way you are permitted to take a loss. Trust me. Yes, if you've been following me, then you know. So this here is a 3 months time frame, same thing. And after price left from this guy, we had that point of CRT move, and price went straight for the liquidity above this guy. So after price has taken out this external range liquidity, price should go back below. Now what do we see on this monthly time frame? This monthly time frame, and though I really don't like the close here, the monthly close, but then it is what it is. Price to get a contraction here, price to get a contraction here, and sellers could still come in as well, and then we push price to the downside. Now very, very much evident on the weekly time frame. Now I already said structure on the weekly was already bearish, because that's already a break. That was the first break, and then this here was like the second one here, there. So all of this run was for price to go and take out liquidity. At one point I thought price was just going to take this one, and then no, it went for both of them, and there you go, price closed massive contraction. So by the end of this week, all I want to see is price align bearish on the weekly, and if price ever does this, holy Jesus, we're going down till we take out this guy, because since structure is bearish, selling from here, you're going to make a new lower low, and that's at 1.30 thousand. So from 36k to 30,000, you know, you can calculate it, 600 pips standard. Now if we have a contraction on the weekly, like I would say, and then you have an engulfing on the daily, what time it is, massive sells to the downside. Now the only thing here is we don't have that much of an engulfing candle below this, but then at least if you look at this candle, you will know sellers are basically in the market. Now let me show you the whole daily time frame structure. If you see this daily time frame structure, you will know that price is bearish. Like I said, this was a change of character. This was the break of structure. Price went all along to raid out all the liquidity above this, and even here, and there you go. So I am expecting more sales on the pound as the US dollar gains more strength. Same thing, I started selling. That was same Wednesday, I believe. The moment price closed bearish below this candle, that was your sign to start selling the pound. So since then, price has been bearish. Yesterday gave more confirmation with price mitigating this. If you check my Telegram, you're going to get this analysis. It was all for free. Now, price mitigated it, close contraction, and we've been selling since then. We now have this area as a newly created supply, which, like I said, will come back on Monday or Tuesday. We see how price reacts depending on how the market will open on Sunday. So as of now, we just leave it, and then we go straight to USD CHF. Now USD CHF has been a very crazy guy for a while because this man has been losing strength compared to the Swiss franc. Like Swiss franc is gaining strength, the US dollar losing strength day by day, and this is a monthly time frame. It still closed bearish below this, but when I look at this guy, I had done this analysis, and then I just saw it and I smiled. I said, for a while, that's like same thing since May last year. Price has just been on a very small downtrend, giving in buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. Now every early buyer has been taken out, so that's like accumulation manipulation, and you're going to get the distribution very, very easy, very evident on the weekly time frame. I don't know whether you're seeing this, but super evident on the weekly time frame. So along this range, this was the lowest low here, and then this is like the current high here. So where is price coming to? After we move, take out this, we're going back up. So here we did not close much of a contraction because the contraction there is still bearish, but I'm expecting to get more buyers this year, this coming week or this coming month, till we take out levels like this, everything being equal. So price is currently at 0.77. Price is set to rise to 0.81. So that's like 400 pips, even right. Let's go to daily and see whether the daily is even saying something. Now daily time frame, same thing. This is massive accumulation over several months, and then we had like a lot of sales, like a lot of sales. And if you see if you see how price sold, you will understand that every buyer that entered here, price destroyed this support. And it was evident because when price comes to a certain level over and over, it becomes so heavy for price to carry it, and it's definitely going to break. So if price did that, trust me, we're going to push up. Same thing, if the US dollar continues to rise, then it will rise across all its pairs. So right here, we don't have that daily time frame alignment just yet, but then that's it. So Tuesday's candle, the main candle, but then we don't have price sitting above that Tuesday's high, right? But then we are also bullish because the US dollar is bullish. All we have here is this small demand zone, which of course price could also react, and then it pushes to the upside. For each time frame, I started buying USD CHF because of same alignment I've given you across the board, a single candle or single body or the block. When price closed above it, we've been holding it as some sort of demand, and price has never disappointed. I gave a very smooth analysis yesterday for USDCHF, and whoever traded it made massive money. Okay, so after we identified that zone, We started buying from there. We had it early time frame fair value gap in here, and it was just in alignment with the third trend line touch. If you got to use a line chart, like let me show you on the line chart, something like that. So we marked out that area. We needed a third trend line touch on that trend line, and it was in confluence with this fair value gap there. So that was a great buy zone. Price came there and then it picked up, closed bullish, and even if you never wanted to buy from here, you would have bought from here, SL here, and then it's pushing to the upside. So as of now, we just let it be, and then we come back on Monday for more better intraday positions. Now let's go to yen. Now when it comes to yen, I really love the price action here because I've been analyzing this guy like all month. So in the month of January, we had, well, let's say January, currently January, this is January 31st, price rated 2025's high, just one of which this guy has done. The other guys like dollar, euro, they've not done this, but this man has taken it out. When it took out that guy, I just knew price was coming back for internal range liquidity in this fair value gap. And now this fair value gap also confluences a what? This here was an IFG inside this guy. So this zone is a powerful support. So demand basically came in. This was a CB. Prices respected it. It now becomes a BC. A BC is definitely a buy for value gap. So this is an IFG. Price came back, mitigated it, and we've had massive buys from there. So how did the monthly candle close? Monthly candle closed contraction from the fair value gap and also as a contraction inside December's candle. This is December's candle. So price also closed contraction. That's super great. Now on the weekly time frame, I had said this that, okay, let me take out this. Now this is the IFG mitigation, or the monthly fair value gap mitigation, I beg you. Now this is it. So we had this demand zone sitting around this guy here, but then that demand zone was not perfect. It was sitting, okay, and below we had a fair value gap. Any demand or order block or whatever you call it, and it's above, and then the fair value gap is below, just know that chances are that guy is going to be liquidated. So prices liquidated it, and now we have like a contraction from below, a run on liquidity, and this here was basically the inducement, and then it's also a contraction candle. So what am I expecting next week? More buys. Now, do we have a daily time frame alignment? Oh yes. Now, after price came back to the zone, a lot of people will not understand. They would have wanted to sell this guy same here, but then that was just a run on liquidity. If you understood that below this guy was a fair value gap and price was just going there to take it out. So same thing, Tuesday's candle was just the main day, okay, was the main candle. That's the low. Price hasn't taken it out again. It's been protected week long, and then right here we have a bullish alignment because prices closed above the body of that Tuesday's candle. So this here is a newly created demand zone. So price could just come back for a retest and then it pushes up, as well as it couldn't maybe do any retest. We will just keep flying to the sky. So it is what it is. So here is the 4H time frame. We started buying UJ, same thing after price closed bullish above this. And if you look at this, you realize that this guy has been holding UJ ever since, and price has been pushing up like over 200 pips UJ buy. So with that, I'll tell you UJ is bullish and we're going to keep pushing to the upside, everything being equal. So prepare yourself as we attack price next week. Now, one pair I'm going to touch so that we can smile a little bit is XAUUSD. Now, when I tell you as a trader or an investor, you need to kill FOMO, okay? The fear of missing out. Oh, gold is going to buy. I'm going to miss out on it. Let me tell you, if you had bought gold like from months ago, I will accept that, oh, you have made a lot of money. But then every single investor or trader was just fascinated by the fact that gold is going to go to the sky. Gold is going to take 6K. Gold is going to take 7K. Oh, gold is going to buy. Because of what maybe Trump was saying, oh, the dollar was going to fall, this and that. So many people were moving their money into ZAO. Trust me, in one day, XAUUSD moves from 5,400 or the all-time high of 5,500 back to 4,800. How many thousand? Okay, calculate it from 5.6 to 4.8. How many thousand have you lost? No need to stress. Let's just look at the monthly time frame. Now this is monthly, and yeah, it's true. For a while, that's like since October, November, December, gold was buying, but then it wasn't really doing a lot. And then we come in this January with massive movement, and then prices made a new all-time high, and then we closed at some sort of contraction. But then the body is still kind of blue, meaning sellers, I mean buyers could still come in. But then when you look at this weekly time frame, there's a lot you're going to understand. Yes, there's a lot you're going to understand. I know ZAR moves literally by fundamental events, but then do not devalue the technical side of it. So right here we have massive movements to the upside during the week and then massive contractions. So that is you understanding that these guys are still here and sellers could continue to come into the market. And if they want to keep coming, price is going to take out some of these lows. Yes, price is going to take out some of these lows. Let me pick one liquidity here. If sellers come in so much, we are going to see price take out January's low, of course, which is that, and then even February's low, because I mean this guy, sorry, December, because this December's candle was more of an accumulation and there is liquidity there. You know, anytime there is an accumulation, it means there is a lot of liquidity, and this is it. So price could come for it. So this here, we had a weekly break there, and then that break was basically a real break and retest because prices reacted on it and then we continue to push up. Okay, now we also have this zone as a weekly fair value gap which price has created. So if price also starts to sell this coming week, we're going to take out this fair value gap and then price could come back for this guy, which is really, really great. Now let's see how possible that can be. Now on this daily time frame, trust me when I tell you I will never buy gold, because seeing this daily time frame, thousands of pips fall, I will never put my money to buy gold, whether short term or long term. Never, never, never. Now you're going to come for me and tell me, oh, this is just a pullback phase, price has to. I will tell you that this guy, I believe gold was really overboard and buying was not the best, because a lot of sellers are going to come in. Now in just one, let's say 2 days, price has taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 days of price action just in 2 days. So seeing this candle here is basically telling you that institutions have sold off, supply has entered the market. Okay, and then we have price sitting below, like how many, I won't even take these two bullish candles because this day, that was last week Tuesday and Wednesday, gold was so bullish and everybody was like, let's buy, let's buy. So price closing below this guy, that's to tell you that all the extra demand, the orders that entered the market on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's been taken out, guys. Yes, it's been taken out, it's been taken out, it's been taken out. Now on the 4H time frame, this is the demand zone where that thing entered from here. So price has closed below it. We have some sort of what? We have some sort of change of character. Call it the way you like it. Okay, yes. So anything that could come in right here on this 4H time frame could just be price rebalancing. And like I said, if the market is kind enough, we could have some sort of retest, and then if price ever aligns bearish, I'm going to sell. Okay, yes, or price could just open and then it continues selling, so that a lot of investors who bought gold at very high prices will lose money and even go to coma. Really, really bad. But then that's market manipulation for us. Talking about BTC USD, which is the last thing I'm going to do. I'm sorry if this video gets so long, but BTC USD is heavily bearish, and this is a very great analysis I did here, or I've been doing. Okay, so yearly time frame, we have yearly CRT, massive sales, and then we had this guy here as internal range liquidity. Prices mitigated that fair value gap, right? So where should we go back to? We took out the low already, and price is going to make a new low by taking out this guy. And the TP have always spoken about is 80K. So BTC USD set to take 80K. Now on this weekly time frame, what did we have also? A fair value gap mitigation, beautiful one. So where should price go for? Price should take the low of the candle reached the high was rated. Simple. Range high to range low. So after price closed bearish like this last week, I just said we're going to have more sales. Do not even count the trend to buy. A little. No. Focus on more sales. And that's just what everybody has been doing. And the whole community has been making money back to back. Okay. Yeah. The moment price came back to this level, this was a daily for a rally gap. And then since that period, price has been bearish and bearish and bearish, and all you have to do is keep selling, make more money. Even right now, keep selling, make more money. So you guys, I'm done. Okay, if you have a message, if you have anything you want to tell me, let me leave my contact here on my video, so you could leave me a message on my line. Okay, give me a second. So you could leave me a message on +237 677 815907, I believe. Okay, yeah. So you could leave me a message on WhatsApp on this contact, and then you could join my Telegram handle. I'm going to leave it in the description below. So see you next week for another video, and I'll try my best to do a lot of videos intra week so that I could keep you updated. I could teach you, excuse me, I could teach you one or two things. So like that. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful weekend and see you soon. Bye.